Alright, we're going to show you how to replace the idler pulley assembly on your Y-axis on your Hydra machine. This idler pulley is located here. There's one on both sides. The tension is adjusted by these two screws. And the first step to removing the pulley is to loosen these screws. There are a couple of lock nuts that are 8 millimeters. You can loosen those just a little bit with an 8 millimeter wrench or with some needle nose pliers. Back this, and you're just going to back these screws out. Alright, hold on to these screws because we're going to reuse them. Once the tension is released from the belt, push the old pulley in and up and it'll pop out of the bracket. And take your new bracket if you're replacing it, or just simply keep the old bracket in and replace the pulley. So take the old pulley out, put the new pulley into place, and I'm going to push it onto the bracket. One thing to keep in mind, because we're loosening the belt, it might slip on the teeth on the rear pulley. To keep it timed properly, make sure that this part of the belt is tight and take up the slack from the bottom, and then you shouldn't lose your alignment in your gantry that way. You should be able to push this over and pop it back into the new bracket. We're going to take the tensioning screws, get them started one at a time. Alright, and you want to tighten these incrementally each one, because if you notice how tightening one more than the other changes the angle of the bracket, and we don't want that to get too far out just yet. So tighten each screw slightly until you start to feel tension. I'm just going to slowly tighten it until I get the tension I want.
What note should that make?
Get my tuning, I'll tell you.
No, I just had lunch, thanks.
Alright. And you can compare it to your other belt to check the tension, and that can be adjusted periodically anyway. And one thing to keep in mind, once you do this, you want to turn off your emergency stop and slide the arm all the way to the front. And what you should see, notice if this belt is parallel to the rail. If the belt is not parallel, you can change the height by adjusting the top and bottom screws successively. So more tension on the bottom will lower it, more tension on the top will raise it.
Fascinating.
So ideally you want to get a nice even tension, and you want the belt to be parallel. How does that look? A little more. You have a nice smooth motion when you're moving it back and forward, and if you hear the teeth skipping on the pulley up here, you may need to adjust the angle of the pulley, which can be done by just simply twisting the tensioning screws, or you might be able to do it manually just with your hands. That will adjust the verticality of the pulley so that it's right properly. Then once you get it where you want it, just snug up your tensioning or your lock nuts. It doesn't take a lot of torque on the lock nut. You just want to tighten it just enough to keep it from backing out due to vibration. just check to make sure they're snug, and there you go.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome, Davo.